For a time such as this, you've been chosen, prepared, called, sanctified, brought into the Son, Jesus Christ, as a born-again, new creation, Son of the living God. For a time such as this, you're listening to these messages. Your life is a miracle. It's so full of miracles. The presence of the Almighty that lives inside you, and it's all around you, surrounds you. It's a huge miracle, and it's a source of continuous miracles. A miracle is something that the natural, the carnal, whatever it's here on this earth with the laws of physics, gravity, and all this, something that the law says impossible, not normal. This is not natural. That's where supernatural, miraculous comes in a place. But for the realm where God lives, it's no problem. It's normal. So God gives you His normal. So I have here the third miracle that the Gospel of John it's using in chapter 5. Somehow the Lord was showing me that this is so normal for Him. One thing that He's pointing to me when I look at healing sessions, people working hours to cast a demon or get someone from a wheelchair, all the respect, all the love. But then He's showing me how Jesus was doing that. And I do understand that's God's natural way. It's no sweat, no stress, no screaming, no gestures and things, and no. Listen, read with me. John 5:5, a certain man was there at Bethesda who had an infirmity 38 years. So he was sick for 38 years. I think the body forgets what it means to be healthy in 38 years. It doesn't know how to function normal. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had already have been in that condition a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. But while I'm coming, another steps down before me." That's what happened is that the water being stirred up, they believe there's angels, healing angels would come, stir up the water, and whoever would go first in the water would be healed of any disease. This is like somehow Old Testament, that people believed and angels would come to bring healing. We're not told how often that would happen, but that would happen. Pretty powerful, isn't it? I'm sure that that would be on the news and media and social media everywhere if there was a place like that. And guess what? We have someone that's in us and with us that's bigger, way bigger than the angels that stirred the water. It's Jesus. Jesus said to him, just listen to that. Do you see that? I'm going to pray now. I'm going to say, be careful. The Lord is going to do this. I'm praying. I'm saying, everybody, stretch your hands. Here it is. It's coming. It's coming. The power of God is here. All right? Just listen to this. Jesus said to him, rise, take up your bed, and walk. I love you, Jesus. Yes. And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed, and walked. That was a Sabbath day. Okay, Jesus gets in trouble for that. So I asked him, why do you make it look so simple? Effortless. See, the reason that not everybody at the pool got healed is not because God doesn't have the power. With that kind of thing, just go here, say, hey, come on, you, get up. You, healed. Eyes open. With that type of power and authority coming from a different realm where all things normally are healed. Normally. Of course. But I do believe that the plan that the Father has, it's not a general plan, but it's a specific plan. He has a plan with each one. Because what he wants, it's relationship. You understand that, right? What is he now for you when you are in this situation? What does it mean? What is he saying? I remember praying for people with harder, more difficult diseases, and one thing I was always surprised, let's say, was they were saying, I don't hear God. I don't know, I take the word, I read the word, I declare the word, but it's like he's quiet, he doesn't say anything. I said, that's not right. Because he wants to be for you something so new and amazing that you never seen it in your life. This is your life opportunity to know him. It's specific. It is so specific that he didn't go to say, okay, be healed. Hey, you're healed. Go home. But somehow the word comes through his mouth and gives specific instructions to deal with every single root of the problem. Now it doesn't say let's penetrate, let's do the root canal, and it doesn't say that. But he says rise. First, rise. Because that was something that his mind stopped believing it's possible any longer. Lay down 38 years without being able to go higher than the low. That's exactly what you believe. Sickness has power over the soul to make it believe and accept the impossibility. So first he says, rise above where you are. not trying to fight with that, but rise. Do something that's different than what your condition says you can do. Rise. Take up your bed. It's another mind change. 38 years. It was that bad, which was that environment, which was your world, that bad. That's where you're laying your whole 38 years, whole life, 24 hours a day. Now that bad doesn't have to be. It's not part of your life any longer. You rise, take up your bed, and walk. Walk in a new environment, in a new world, in a new place. Rise, take up your bed, and walk. The Creator, the all-powerful healer, He deals with all of it with these few words. So powerful, because He doesn't just heal a body. He heals the soul, the mind, the emotions, memories, past, present, future. He heals a whole person, makes you a brand new person. If you read chapter 5 there, it's interesting. Jesus finds this healed person in the temple and tells him not to sin any longer, so it won't be something worse happening. It's so clear that Jesus wanted relationship. The person didn't even know who healed him, but now he knows it's Jesus. And all that warning that he gives him, it's not a threat. See, it's exactly, if you hear it with the right ears, the consciousness of righteousness, if you hear it correctly, it says, I want you to stay in relationship with me. I'm giving you the power, the grace not to go back, not to sin, because sin separates you from me. And now I want you to stay in this relationship with me. If you hear with those ears, it's not a threat. Be careful, something worse is going to happen. You can lose your healing, you can lose your salvation, you can lose your forgiveness. No. I will give you power to stop sinning. The words that come from God are not just accusation. They're not accusations at all. They are powerful tools to make you free. Think about that. Again, there is an epilogue. There is something coming after the healing, which is a relationship with He Himself, with Jesus Himself. I remember one of the most dramatic, if you want, experiences of healing someone that I had. I mentioned this before, some of you might know it, but it's in the right place here. I was in a place in Romania. This person was not a believer, rejected Jesus all his life. His wife was an amazing believer, and he was persecuting very against her. He got very sick, almost ready to die type of sick. The wife called me. I go there, I go to this man, and he was in terrible pain, really not too many chances of survival. So I'm looking and I'm starting to pray. And as I'm praying, I have this vision where this demon was taking this guy's soul into hell. It was so vivid, so real. I can see it right now because I could hear the chains as was dragging the soul. I was hearing the chains that were dragging on the ground and was coming closer and closer. And I knew it's real because as I was praying and I was almost desperate, crying to God to save him because I believed that was real. And the person was in such a pain and was almost done with his life. And as I was crying, God, do something, do something, the demon stopped and turned towards me. So I knew that this is real because it did something. It was not just like watching a movie. I was interceding. I was involved, interacting with what was happening. The demon stops, looks at me. And as I was praying, no answer. God was not doing anything. Tried my best, nothing. So, of course, the demon was kind of smiling and just turn and continue to go. Still quiet. I knew my Lord. I knew He wants to save. Why is He quiet now? In that moment, something came from inside of me. And I screamed, if you take him, take me with him. The moment I said that, don't ask me rationally why I said that. But the moment I said that, heaven opened. A light shined in the middle of the room. The power of God came, destroyed the demon, broke the chains, delivered that soul, and the presence of God filled that place in a way I rarely saw it even since. That the sick, the person who used to be sick, was basically jumping in bed, laughing hysterically, being made well, laughing hysterically. The joy of the Lord filled us up, and salvation came to that soul for the rest of the family. How would my father let the beloved be taken there? No way. But then he was talking to me about the intercession and Moses' intercession for the people. And I realized that that was how he was teaching me how much he loves and how powerful is his salvation. amazingly, gloriously powerful. Yes, this is our Lord Jesus Christ. I love you.